Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause in your day. A few moments that we carve out to be aware of things greater than ourselves. Not necessarily more important, just a different lens to look through for a few minutes that hopefully will carry through the day and give us a few moments to pause and wonder, or to reevaluate, or to question and think about how things might be with others, not just ourselves. So to help us with that today, I've chosen a visual prayerful pause, and it's using this drawing by M.C. Escher. Many of you have probably seen this before. I can't remember if it's called Sky and Sea or Sea and Sky, but it's one of those. And my questions for you are many. What do you see first? Birds or fish? And how many rows are there of birds and fish? And you notice how each row loses more definition as it transitions into the other, right? The bird at the top, the fish at the bottom, they have the most detail. But as you move from one to the other, the details diminish in one and increase in the other. Musically, I would say you're having a crescendo at the same time as a decrescendo of another part. I think there are a lot of lessons for us to learn as we look at something like this. It's a lesson in transformation, a lesson in transition. We start out very much secure in one appearance, and then we get changed. And eventually, we become something new altogether. We adapt. We go from one environment to the other. Now, I'm not suggesting that we are all morphing all the time, but maybe I should be. Maybe that's what we are doing. Maybe by virtue of growing and learning and changing, we are transforming and we're becoming a new creation altogether. I hope so. I hope we keep changing and growing. So some of my questions to you would be things like, which did you see first? Did you look from the top down? Did you look from the bottom up? As you look at this area that's all filled in, and the area that is not filled in, where it's a line drawing and the other is a colored drawing, which stands out to you more? The white space or the dark space? Don't make more out of that than it is. But usually it's one or the other, or our eyes move back and forth between them. How do you feel about seeing these two things coexisting at the same time? I think that's where we are as a culture, as a world, as a society, certainly as a church, certainly as people of the Spirit, learning to coexist, to morph from one thing into the next and to grow, to not stay the same, to be in transition. If we start out as a fish and we transition into being a bird, we can fly away above all of the problems. If we are flighty and airy like a bird, we can morph into a fish that is so surrounded and safe and comforted by the new environment. Where are you today in this drawing? probably in different places depending on the parts of your life. If I ask you where you are politically, you may not feel like you're changing at all, that you are just steadfast. You know right where you are. I am this bird, or I am that fish. All this detail, but I've changed a little, so maybe I'm not at the two extremes, but I'm somewhere in the middle, and I still identify with where I am. If I ask where you are in your age, are you moving toward greater definition? Are you moving away from the steadfast lines and detail that you saw in the two extremes? If I ask you where you are in your acceptance of others, where do you find yourself? Where are you in transition, in being transformed by the Spirit? M.C. Escher, what a guy. What an artist. What an agent provocateur to get us thinking about these things. Okay, that's your homework. You might want to go back and pause over the drawing so that you can look at it and meditate on it some more. That's up to you. Either way, though, I hope you'll be thinking today about where you are in transition and transformation in your life, in different parts of your life, and how to become maybe a little more fluid and less rigid, more a part of the process of transformation. Not only for you, but for the world around you. All right, I'm Pastor Deb Swift, South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York, and you've been watching A Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. If you'd like to see more prayerful pauses or worship services, we invite you to visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel, South Church Rochester. South Church Rochester on YouTube. Okay? All right, everybody. Be well, be safe. See you later. Take care. Bye for now.